I'll be talking about the top 20 best wizards for Commander. So you will not be seeing Snapcaster Mage or Dark Confidant or Painseer or anything like that. No, not Painseer. That is just a very bad budget version of Dark Confidant, also known as Bob to most players, because someone called Bob actually created the card for wizards. So I think the artist of the card, which was like Ron Spears, I think they made the card look like Bob. I'm not sure, but it's not in there because in Commander it is very bad. It does give you card advantage still, but you'll be playing many expensive cards, unless if you're playing a deck using a Lurin, which I'm not sure if there's any, but yeah, you just don't play that card in Commander. So yeah, we'll go on starting with Jace, vryn's prodigy. Jace is actually Jace is the only Jace creature in the game. So yeah, that is, yeah, and what it does, it's 2 mana 0/2, which has the Merfolk Looter effect, but after activating the effect, if you have 5 or more cards in your graveyard, exile him, then bring him back transformed. So he turns into Planeswalker. Very good. It could be a good commander, because Planeswalkers aren't usually commanders. There's like a few, like the new Planeswalker commanders, the old Planeswalker commanders, and the Battle Bond twins. I think they're twins. Yeah, like Rowan and Will, which were the Planeswalkers. Yeah. 19 is Aphetto alchemist. It might not be that good to you, but that infinite combos with the great Time Vault. Time Vault, you might not know that card, but basically Time Vault says it enters tapped. But if you would like to untap that card, you have to skip the turn in order to untap it. Like, untap it during your untap step. So, if you use other stuff that lets you untap artifacts or permanents in general, you can go on and use it, and it has tap to get an extra turn. Yeah, take an extra turn. So, since later on it built many infinite combos, they just had to ban that card from every format. Well, vintage was restricted, not banned. So like every card except for anti-cards are legal in vintage, but they can be restricted or not. But also, it's a 2 mana 1/2, but the thing is that you can morph it. So you can play it face down for 3 mana as a 2/2, and then whenever you want, flip it face up for 1 blue, and then like you can have like a Blightsteel Colossus tapped, and you just morph Aphetto Alchemist. Well, actually, the previous turn you morphed Aphetto Alchemist, your opponent doesn't know. This turn you attack with Blightsteel Colossus. They block it, so they don't get killed by poison yet. But when they attack with their own big creature, like an Ulamog, for example, morph Aphetto Alchemist. So that you flip it face up, tap, untap Blightsteel Colossus. Yeah, because it says untap target artifact or creature, and Blightsteel Colossus is an artifact and creature at the same time. So that was for a lot of theme, and then you just block Blightsteel Colossus, and then you just kill the Ulamog, and then the opponent goes like, how? Like, also, yeah, there are actually a lot of cards that infinite combos the Time Vault, but that one is a very quick way of comboing, like a turn-free win, practically. That's like, I think it's the cheapest one with that ability. I don't know, yeah, I think so. Like everything else is like 3 mana or more. But it has Morph, that makes it very good. Number 18, Arcane Artisan. Arcane Artisan is very good. It's a 3 mana 0/3. And then 3 mana tap. Target player draws a card and exiles a card from their hand. If they exile a creature, that player creates a token that's a copy of that card. So basically, any player can draw and then exile, but then if they exile creature, they get a token. So like, you can basically pay 3 mana and tap it to draw a card and then get any of your creatures in for free, like Blightsteel, Darksteel, Blightsteel Colossus, Darksteel Colossus, Impervious Great Worm. But the thing is that the downside is that when it leaves, it exiles all tokens created with it at the beginning of the next end step. Number 17, Arbitrer of Knollridge. Very good card to use if you are like at the lowest life total, and then the highest life total is not you, but they have so much life. So you just play Arbitrer of Knollridge, and then everyone has that much life. Group Hug, right? Yeah, it is a big group hug. It's a 7 mana 5/5 giant wizard. Yeah, it is a wizard. That's why. Yeah, all cards here are wizards, so like top 20 best wizards. Jace was like nearly always a wizard, but yeah. Also, Arbiter of Knollridge has vigilance, so you can attack and then block. Number 16. It's the Auratouched mage. It's very good. Although it's 5 mana free, no, 6 mana free. It's very good because you get to search for Nora that could enchant it, and if it's still on the battlefield by the time you use it, attach it to Auratouched mage. Otherwise, send it to hand. And what you basically do with Auratouched mage, bring in Eldrazi Conscription, yeah. And then that's how you have a 6 mana 13/13 human wizard. No, it doesn't become an Eldrazi apparently. And then gets trample and has a trample and annihilator too. Wow, that is funny. Could actually defeat Kozilek with that trick. The Auratouched mage. Wait. That's what you usually do with an Auratouched mage. Bring in the Eldrazi Conscription. Number 15. It is the Aven mincensor, which somehow got reprinted in Amonkhet, and also as an Amonkhet invocation, which it is very good. It was first printed in Future Sight, and as an uncommon actually. They didn't believe that card was overpowered, but that destroyed many decks. Ruined fetch lands. Well, fetch lands, you don't usually play fetch lands in Commander except for Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse. Yeah. But also ruins tutors. So like 3 mana 2/1 flash flying. If an opponent would search a library, that player searches only the top 4 cards of the library. Huh. Good. It leaves your opponents at a bad situation. Yeah. When they just can't search for the win con, that's a good lockdown. So like when you cast Aven mincensor, they don't actually like respond by searching something. You respond to the search something with the Aven mincensor because it is an instant creature, basically a creature with flash. Some people call them instant creatures. Number 14, Battlefield Thaumaturge. It's very good. 2-mana 2/1 that makes each instant and sorcery spell you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature it targets. Heroic, whenever you cast a spell that targets Battlefield Thaumaturge, Battlefield Thaumaturge gains hexproof until end of turn. It's very good when casting Fireball and also when using Fireball, Strive cards, also Boulder Fall, Dak Faden and Dak Faden's emblem, yeah. Battlefield Thaumaturge, then Dak Faden's emblem, and then cast Fireball, and then you just steal all of your opponent's creatures. And then you're like, how? And that's how you do it. Battlefield Thaumaturge emblem combo. But the less important part is a heroic part, but which can actually make it hard to kill because you can go like, wait, you're gonna murder it? No, that's not happening. I give it, for example, what would be a good 2-mana spell that buffs a creature? I don't know. Yeah, okay. And number 13 is a Beguiler of Wills. It's good on a creature deck or a Locust God deck because it's 5 mana 1/1 human wizard, but then tap. Yeah. Gain control of target creature with power less than or equal to the number of creatures you control. Very good. And what's even better is that the more creatures you steal, the bigger creatures you can actually steal. Oh! Wow. In case if any creature actually works in your situation and doesn't really matter. Wow, Beguiler Wills. It takes a lot of time to actually steal Scornful Gotist. But why would you steal Scornful Gotist with a Beguiler of Wills, which is the 13th best wizard against the 19th worst card in the game? So funny. But yeah, number 12, Apprentice Necromancer. Apprentice Necromancer, it's very good because it's basically 2 mana for 1/1 zombie wizard. Yes, it did become a zombie. Somehow it's an uncommon in alternate masters, but otherwise, but in the other times it was rare. It has 1 black, tap, sacrifice Apprentice Necromancer, unearth target creature from your graveyard. Yeah. Basically, it's an unearth for 1 mana, where you tap and sacrifice Apprentice necromancer. Should have been like Magus of the Unearth, like Magus of the Mirror. I don't know what card is Magus of the Mirror representing. So why not make Apprentice necromancer Magus of the Unearth? I think, or Magus of Unearthing. I don't know. But let's go to number 10. We got the Academy Elite. There's so many instants and sorceries going around in Commander. So Academy Elite would be like very strong, like usually 4 mana 8/8 or more. But the least, yeah, that gets very big when it comes in. But the least important part, but it does work, 3 mana and remove a +1/+1 counter from it. Loot. Just loot a card, draw a card and discard a card. Very good. It looks like the characters in the art are having a group photo for some reason. I don't know. It looks like they're having a group photo. Let's go on to number 9. And it's Disruptive Student. It is actually underrated. That card is very good. 3 mana 1/1 wizard that you can tap it to counter target spell unless it's a control phase 1. So some people call it Force Spike on a stick. But some people actually call it Young Teferi. Because yeah. Very funny, but then you might have expected that card becomes number 8 on the list. Yeah, Disruptive Student became Teferi. Well, he was always Teferi, but the Teferi, like the mage of zhalfir, which then becomes Hero of Dominaria, which I don't know how Teferi managed to get reprinted in Guilds of Ravnica, not the set, the Mythic Edition. Like, but it's a 5 mana 3/4 human wizard with flash and gives your creature spells flash. But your opponents can only cast spells at sorcery speed. Well, does that timestamp effect with Vidalcan Orrery or Leyline of Anticipation or not? I'm not sure. That's actually a good judge question. I don't know, but is there a timestamp effect? I don't know, but what we know is that Teferi either way is very good. It could be better if it always beats the Vidalcan Orrery. I'm not sure if it always beats Vidalcan Orrery or there's a timestamp effect. Because have you ever heard of timestamp effect? It's when like a card has one effect, but then another card will overrule the previous effect. So the card that came after overrules the previous card. So like for example, like have you ever seen there's there's this card that says all of your lands are plains, but then you can spend white mana as though if it were mana of any color, and your spells are white. I think that was what it said. I don't remember the name, but but then there's also Blood Moon, which said non Blood Moon or Magus of the Moon, which said non-basic lands or mountains. So basically, hola, Luciana Boiso, ¿cómo estás? Yeah. So basically, how timestamp works is that you like if like whichever came last. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, so good. I'm good. Yeah. So yeah. Basically, what's very interesting about timestamp is that like the thing is that if you use that card, yeah, your basic lands are plains, that's for sure. But the thing is that if the enchantment, not Blood Moon, the other one came first, the non-basic lands are mountains. Otherwise, all of their lands are plains. Well, unless if you get hit by a Mind Bend or Glamour D or whatever, which would be very unfortunate. Anyway, who Mind Bends a Blood Moon or is that card called Dawn of Moon? No, not that. No, that was not that. Dawn of Hope was a different card. Oh, Celestial Dawn. That was the card I was talking about. Yeah. Non-land permanents you control white. Same thing is true for spells you own and non-land cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Yeah, it's very good actually. Celestial Dawn. But it would be unfortunate if someone mind bends you and then they turn every, like if you're a white player, but then gracias. Well, so yeah, basically if someone mind bends or Sleet of Minds that card, which would be unfortunate. Like they could name a color that you don't run in your commander deck with Celestial Dawn, but so then they make everything you have, like for example, everything you have islands, and then you can spend blue mana, so they were mana of any color mana pool, and then you may and your non-land permanents and spells you cast are blue rather than white. But yeah, that's Teferi, not. But I was talking recently about timestamp and Celestial Dawn. But let's go to number 7, which is Arcanis, the omnipotent. You might think, how is this not the best wizard? There are much better wizards than Arcanis. And I think that is this is one of the only. Oh, hello, Ismail. But yeah. But what's good is that yeah, like there are a few creatures which are like only a wizard and nothing else. like Arcanis and other stuff. But what's good? 6 mana, tap, draw 3 cards. 4 mana, bring it back to hand. So you can. Now, how are you just now? So you just, and then you bounce it for 4 mana. So you can use it to escape from situations, or if you have or if there's something that gives everything haste, you just go like, you don't extra cards, you just bounce it, then replay it. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I am very good. Wow, 4 YouTube spectators, still 1 Twitch viewer. But, yeah. Number 6. Cosi's Trickster. Which, yeah, Cosi is actually Kozilek. But yeah, so 1 mana, 1/1 wizard. Yeah? Yeah. But then, whenever an opponent shuffles their library, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Cosi's Trickster. Shuffling a library isn't the same thing as searching a library. So yeah, it would be good, like, if they would search for stuff, Cosi's Trickster would get bigger. Well, it's like a minor version of like Obnixilis the Unshackled, like basically, because Obnixilis, when the opponent searches their library, the player sacrifices a creature and loses 10 life, and then when Obnixilis, and then whenever another creature dies, Obnixilis gets a +1/+1 counter. But yeah, Cosi's Trickster is actually different, not search, shuffles. And yeah, but whenever a player searches the library, even if the Mincensor's in play, which was a previous card. No, not the thaumaturge. No, not that one. No, not Braids. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to talk about Braids. Right? Did I? Oh yeah, Braids is basically like when you use, like, it's basically show and tell on a creature. It's basically like the opposite of Braids Cabal Minion. But now it's Braids Conjurer Adept, which is no longer a minion, but now a wizard. And yeah, what's good is that it's group hug, basically. What was the Aven mincensor? Aven mincensor. I hate it. Oh, that was the mincensor I was talking about. So yeah, they just search for the top 4 cards of the library, but then they always shuffle the library because that's what search your library cards say. But yeah. So don't say this is a minor version of Obnixilis. Don't say that. It could actually be better. Like, there's stuff that shuffles libraries but doesn't search them. Yeah. It works well with Aven Mincensor, but not Obnixilis with the Aven Mincensor, because Aven Mincensor, instead of searching their library, they search the top 4 cards of the library, apparently. Well, we go on to number 5, which is Duskmantle Seer, or what many players call it, Party Bulb. Yeah, that's right. They did actually make a party version of Dark Confidant. Well, it in Commander it doesn't. It's not really group hug actually because yeah, many players play expensive cards, like as in mana cost, maybe in money as well. But I'm talking about mana cost. So then they get hit very strong by Duskmantle Seer, Dark Confidant. Well, yeah, it does hit you. It does give a card advantage to your opponents, but it has flying. It's not a human, it's a vampire, actually. And what's good is that the opponents are also losing life. Not just you. And you're not the only one getting card advantage. The opponents as well. But yeah, do not play Dark Confidant or Pain Seer or Ad Nauseam in Commander. Never do that. That is a very bad idea. Unless if you're playing Phyrexian Unlife in Commander, which is not a card you play in Commander. It did also become a mythic, like Dark Confidant itself. Number 4, it's the Supreme Inquisitor. Very good. It's a 5 mana 1/3 Wizard Lord. No, it's not. No, it's not a Lord. It's a human wizard. Was that a human wizard? I can't remember. Was that a human wizard? Oh yeah, it is a human wizard. But what we care about is wizards, not humans. Because wizards is the second most common creature type. Because yeah, human is the most common. I used to think it was goblin or elf. I actually thought there were more elves than humans, or more warriors or soldiers, but no, I was actually wrong. I think human is the only creature type to exceed 1,000 different human cards, but yeah, that tap 5 untapped wizards to search entire player's library for up to 5 cards and remove them from the game. So then that player shuffles his or her library. It's hard to find on empty mind. It's like a reference to the phrase, we can't fight on an empty stomach. But since that drains someone's library, like, well, not really drain, it removes stuff from their library. It's saying that it's hard to fight on an empty mind. But the thing is that this card is like limited to having to tap like in packs of 5. You can't do like 1. Like, it's not like tap a wizard to search a library for a card and exile it, then that player shuffles the library. If you search an opponent's library, the majority of the cards say that player must shuffle the library. So yeah, that does actually work with Kozilek's trickster. No, not Kozilek's trickster. Kosi's trickster. Although Cosi is actually Kozilek, it's still called Kosi's trickster. But yeah. But yeah, so like most cards say they shuffle the library, not you shuffle their library, apparently. So it's not just, it doesn't show like who shuffles the library. It also shows a card's effect, like whenever an opponent shuffles the library, yeah. But yeah, so if that could be tapped for 1, it would be much better. But it's so like you always have to do like tap 5, like 5, 10, 15. Like you have to do the effect only in like the in multiples of 5, not multiples of 1. Because multiples, if you could tap in multiples of 1, it would be much better. And then multiple shuffle triggers would make Cosi's trickster much better as well. Yeah. But let's go on to number 3. The etherium-horn sorcerer. No, do not mention didgeridoo. Didgeridoo puts minotaurs from hands to play, doesn't cast them for free. Many people actually think this card works well with didgeridoo. That's not true. Doesn't work with didgeridoo at all. You're just getting free mana free sits that can pay free mana to bounce itself. Not bad at all, but yeah. You would like to sit mana, free sits that can bounce itself, but oh wait, it has cascade. Yeah. I knew it had cascade. Many people will go like, oh wait, it has cascade. That's why it's good. Yeah. Yeah. That is actually kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah. So you can get, so it would be very lucky if you can get like etherium-horn sorcerer into Supreme Inquisitor. Yeah. Supreme Inquisitor only works in Wizard Tribal. Yeah, unfortunately, Lord isn't a creature type anymore. So that creature got Lord replaced with human, apparently. Like it no longer became a Lord, but then it became a human. I rather prefer the Lord Wizard rather than the human wizard, which would be funny. So then we could so then Lord Tribal would still be a thing, but yeah. Number 2, it's Fate Spinner. Well, yeah, your opponents get the choices, but it's free mana 1/2, and it's every opponent's upkeep. That player chooses draw step, main phase, or combat phase. Who would skip main phase exactly? I don't know. Why would someone skip their main phase? They're most likely going to skip combat or draw. But yeah, draw, main, and combat are the most important phases or steps in a turn. Well, untap is actually the most important. Upkeep and end step are like the least important, but some cards have their effects at end step and upkeep, but also the cleanup step is also very important, like where you discard down to 7 cards and creatures heal, practically, yeah, but yeah, basically you just get to skip some of their phases. So either if they want to go aggressive, they just can't draw. if they have to build up their board, they just can't attack. If they are confident their board would still need more cards and they would like to attack, they skip their main phase. Their main phases. Which would still, skipping your main phase would be not a good choice. Oh, free your YouTube viewers and free Twitch viewers. So, Twitch spectators, if you would like the Moobot to actually welcome you to the stream, just type exclamation mark and then hello, and then the Moobot will welcome you, as demonstrated here. Oh, hello, Alistair. How are you? Yes, I know. It is you, Alistair. I just know it's you. Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah. Oh yeah. But also, the number. Oh, Ismail. No. Oh. MTG or Magic the Gathering for long, actually. MTG is for short. Magic the Gathering is actually the real name. It is actually a card game which is very fun, in which basically you are a wizard and you have to try defeat the enemy with spells that you cast. That can be creatures or... Oh! Hello, Amonkhet. Welcome back. Wait. Yeah. Oh yeah. And what? And then you just cast your spells. They could help you win, and then you deploy like creatures that attack the opponent to lower the life total. You basically start at 20, and the main objective is to lower the opponent's life total to 0. But sometimes losing life can be you part of a strategy. Like, it's the same thing to win at 1 HP than to win at 4 HP. Well, not really 4 HP, like 20. It's the same thing. There's no difference. Oh, hello, Saladin. How are you? Yes, I know. But yeah, let's just... Oh, there's no option yet. Oh, it's a card game. But there is a... I'm good, yeah. But it's actually a card game, but they have their own video games. Yeah, Magic the Gathering, called Magic the Gathering Arena above there, yeah. And Magic the Gathering Online, which is the older version of Magic the Gathering Arena, like the... Yeah. But let's go on to the number 1 card. You might not... You might... And guess what? The number 1 card... Yes, you just have to build a deck of 60 cards. And you need to have And you need to tap. You also need lands that can tap for mana that help you cast the spells you need in the match. But number 1 card, it is Memnarch. Yep, that's right, Memnarch. It's very fun to play. It's 7 mana, 4/5 wizard. Yeah, legendary artifact creature, wizard. And then for 3 mana, you turn a permanent into an artifact in addition to the other types. And then 4 mana, gain control of target artifact. Oh yeah. The altar artifacts from Nemo. That's not the actual art. It's a fan art. It's like, well, not really. I'm not sure if it will be like fan art. I don't know. Like, basically, it's not the actual art. The art is it's very different. But what people like to do is like they paint it. They like replace the art of the card with the Nemo art. Oh, you can get them at your local game store or that Magic the Gathering store, or you could buy them online, like some websites like MTG Goldfish, etc., etc. Yeah, like you can buy cards or booster packs physically or online. Yeah, it's very good. But also, if you would like to learn how to play, you just have to go to a local game store, and then you just find someone that could teach you how to play, and then you get a free deck of cards. But they also get a free deck of cards. Oh yes! They have Battle Zone. Yeah, oh yeah. There's Battle Zone, Hobby Quarters, Back to Games, Geeky Lizard. There's another Back to Games, but yeah. If you would, but I would recommend you to go to Battle Zone if you would like to learn how to play Magic the Gathering. Yeah, like, it is a very cool game, yeah. And there's like, oh yes, that is a green screen. Like, why would I have a Ravnica island right behind me? Like, that's, yeah, that is a green screen, Alistair. Yeah, that is definitely a green screen. Yeah, I just thought that having a green screen could be cool. Yeah. Oh, that is the best card, but if you would like to have a recap, here we go. Yeah, that's true. It does look like a poster, Alistair. But we got 20 is Jace vryn's Prodigy, which is basically Jace. Yeah. 19 Aphetto alchemist. 18 Arcane Artisan. 17. Oh, Arcane Artisan could actually get you to Memnarch very easily, actually. 17 Arbitrer of Knollridge. 16 Auratouched mage. That goes very well with Eldrazi conscription. 15 Aven mincensor. 14 battlefield thaumaturge. 13 Beguiler of wills. 12 is Braids, the conjurer adept. 11? No, that's 10. That was 11. 9 was Disruptive Student, which then becomes Teferi. So funny. Yeah, Disruptive Student is amazing in Pauper. 7, it's Arcanis. 6, Cosi's Trickster. 5, Duskmantle Seer. 4, Supreme Inquisitor. 3, etherium-horn Sorcerer. 2, Fate Spinner. And 1, the Great Menarch. Yeah, there we go. That was all the cards from the podcast. Yeah. That is actually very, yeah, that is actually cool. Yeah. The altar art of Memnarch. There are many altar arts of Memnarch, but that was the funniest altar art. I just like to include that art. Yeah. Like it's a yeah. It's very funny. But great! That is actually very good. So, you will just have a lot of fun when you just start playing Magic the Gathering. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Slachting, yeah. But, yeah, it is. But, yeah. Ismail, if you want to start to play Magic the Gathering, that is actually good. Because if you would like to get started with Magic the Gathering, you can also try get boosters from the set core set 2019 because that's like a core set, so it will be very easy to understand the cards because most of them say what it actually does, like what trample does, or like what flying does, or yeah, it's like keywords. There's like keywords or special words that you might not know what they actually mean, but then it might have a different meaning. Like if you see something that says scry, it is actually look at the top card of your library, and then you can either leave it on top or just send it to the bottom, because you don't read it. Like if you don't really need it right now, you just send it to the bottom. If you want to draw it, or it's okay, you just leave it on top. Yeah, it's very good. But yeah, I think we just went through all of the cards. So yeah, type in the stream chat or in the comments which of these cards did you like the most, and any recommendations for my next podcast Tuesday. Yeah, it's gonna be podcast every Tuesday, and tomorrow will be the 40th podcast I've done. Yeah, that's right. No, not tomorrow. Next week. I meant not tomorrow. Next week. Next week will be the 40th podcast. Yeah. And so stay tuned to them. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to. Oh yeah. Yeah, right. That is. Yeah, the Fate Spinner is actually a very good card. But, yeah, Memnarch, yeah, is better in my opinion. But yeah, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then follow my Twitch channel. But also share with your friends. Also stay tuned to my next videos and streams and podcasts. Watch my other videos. Oh, next week would be like around, next week would be around like the same time that I usually start the podcasts. Yeah, around that time. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 8 p.m. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.
Beautiful.